Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Now in ENC segment. For those of you who've maybe never tuned in to a Now in ENC segment before, it's a really fun segment we get to do here at WNCT where we dive into some local topics and local events happening here in the East, and we bring on some special guests to help further those conversations and dive a little deeper into those events and topics happening here in the East. So today I am joined by the Executive Director of the Pitt Council on Aging. How are you doing today, Mr. Rich Zeck?
I am doing great, Emily.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Thank you so much for joining us. And today we're going to be talking about the month of March and what you guys are participating in for the month of March. It is the 50th anniversary of the Older Americans Act nutrition program. So for those who maybe have no idea what that program is, can you kind of give a little, explanation for us?
Sure. Well, the Older Americans Act was established back in roughly 1963 with Lyndon Johnson, proclaiming that older adults are very important and a large part of the population in the United States, and the government needs to do more. So the Older Americans Act was founded, and how that relates here to Pitt County is there's many agencies that receive funding through the Older Americans Act through various different projects. And for us, we receive those funds in part that we can do home delivered meals, which is also known as the Meals on Wheels program.
Absolutely. And how many, seniors, how many citizens do you guys serve, each day? I know you guys serve quite a few people throughout the week, throughout the month. So how many people do you guys serve with those meal distributions?
So, in round numbers, we serve almost 400 people a day, Monday through Friday, 2 weeks out of the year. So, hunger is a very interesting topic, not only here in Pitt County, but really across the country. And one of the largest populations affected by hunger are older adults. And that's what our home delivered meals program and our congregate meals program does, is try to really address senior hunger right here in Pitt County. So about 400 a day, and there's about 125 people on the waiting list, which makes it even more of a really pressing issue in our community.
Absolutely. And I know you guys are doing a partnership this month in order to kind of raise awareness, raise funds for Meals on Wheels. So what is that going to look like throughout this month? How are you guys working on that partnership?
So one of the things that we like to do, and we've actually coined the phrase here, is it's March for Mayor's March for Meals. So we're doing the 3M. And what we're trying to do is get the mayors of all the surrounding communities involved delivering a meal for a day. Sometimes people, volunteers would not, if we didn't have volunteers, the meals program would not exist. So we have over 250 meals. Sometimes people think, well, if we just had more money, we could feed more people. And that's not necessarily true because you need volunteers to deliver the meals. So we're getting the front line of mayors across the county. One of the first people to sign up was Greenville's mayor, B.J. Conley, and city manager Ann Wall. They're the first two people online that says, give me a route, I want to go out and deliver. So we're going to go out and allow some, sometimes people will say, business people or politicians just sit in their office and they don't know what it's like. And so we're going to get the government involved and let them go out and deliver meals and see what it's like. And hopefully they'll inspire and encourage other people who want to volunteer. And as you look at these video montages of people delivering meals, while the meal is very important, there's no question about that. Many volunteers say that it changes their life, to be grateful for what they have and to see the people that we're actually feeding are some of the people in the worst conditions imaginable.
Absolutely. And that was actually kind of part of my next question for you. Obviously these meals are important, but I think a lot of people, sometimes maybe forget that a lot of these seniors, are possibly living alone, are feeling isolated, are feeling, especially because of this pandemic, really, really isolated is really the best word to use from the rest of the world right now. And so I think, that this volunteerism is even that more important to have, a face-to-face, an interaction with another human being. So could you kind of talk about, that aspect as well? The importance of in-person, conversations is just as important.
Well, one of the taglines that we always use is that it's more than a meal.
Mm,
And I think what happens is in Pitt County, we are very blessed at food banks and pantries, but the individuals we're serving are homebound due to physical conditions or lack of transportation, whatever the case may be. So they're homebound. And when you think about it, when we're out and about, whether we're going to the store or going to work, we literally can see hundreds of people every day. But for many of our seniors, the only human being they will see all day long is a person who knocks on their door and says, "Your meal is here." So that's really what we're delivering is we're delivering a meal, but we're also delivering hope, encouragement, fellowship, and human contact. And particularly as we're winding down this pandemic, there's been no greater group affected than our seniors. They have been isolated, they have been quarantined, they've lost many of their friends. So it's been an exceptionally very challenging time for them. And so these meals are really what keeps them connected, gives them some mental encouragement, some spiritual encouragement, some physical encouragement because they have to jump off the couch and come and eat that meal and maybe get the newspaper and a nutritious meal for them. It may be the only thing that they have all day long. So it is very important of delivering that fellowship and that key to unlock isolation.
Absolutely. And I thank you so much for that. And my last question for you is, obviously this is all about volunteering and the importance of the Meals on Wheels deliveries and all that good stuff. So how can people volunteer? How can they participate if they want to join in on this?
Well, they can call the Council on Aging, 752-1717, and say, "Hey, I'd like to volunteer." But what does it mean to volunteer? What we're really looking for is it's about an hour between the hours of 10 and 11:30. You deliver about 12 meals. Everything's pre-assigned. It's easy. And if you could volunteer 1 hour a week, 1 hour a month, takes a large group of people to make this happen, and we need more. Because as the volunteers rise, then the money rises, and we can feed more.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Rick Jacek, for taking the time out of your day to talk with us about this. I think this is super important. And obviously, this is going on all of the month of March. And like you said, Mayor Conley's joining in on this. You're getting Greenville officials in on this. So this is super awesome. This really is a community effort. So I will have more information linked below for you guys if you would like to participate, learn more. If you are needing to be put on the waiting list, I'll have the information for that as well. So again, thank you so much, Director Zach. We really appreciate your expertise on this and your commentary. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching another edition of Now in ENC, and we'll see you next time.